Greetings, diminutive people, and welcome back to, let's use math, episode 7 of the Kiwicast.
Nope.
No?
Wait, is it?
I'm like,
9, you idiot.
is it really 9?
Yes.
Okay, you win. I live in... Oh, yep, no, you're right, last one was 8. Cool. Brain, work, fail.
Never sought my wisdom.
Brain, activate. Brain has failed to activate. Please reboot.
You wanna roll for intelligence to activate your brain?
Critical failure. Stare out the window at a bird.
Oh, no.
So, I think this week's topic we were talking about 40k vehicles. Just tanks and aircraft and things in general. And I will say,
Yes.
I love the Imperium's vehicle aesthetic in the sense that it's like World War One and World War Two tanks, but just muddled about and sci-fi'd. And then if you look at the Great Crusade elite rare tanks like the Fellblade and things like that, then it's just Soviet Cold War tanks that have been sci-fi'd. Like the Fellblade's like the T-55, except it's been given a sci-fi makeover. So I just love that idea and that aesthetic.
The Astraeus doesn't look like it's part of the Imperium. It looks like more like Tau when you look at it.
Yeah, that is very true. It's quite interesting, like the Tau hover tanks and stuff. As I said, I always get like a Gundam sort of appeal from the Tau. And the Eldar, I don't know. Like, I don't actually know what Eldar vehicles are inspired by. Like, it's hard for me to sort of...
And the Land Raider looks like a
Sci-fi.
like a sci-fi version of Mark 6 World War One tank.
Yes. In fact, there even is... Oh, there's a tank that... Imperial tank, I can't remember what it is. It even has like a mini trench mortar on the back, and it's exactly the same as a Tadpole. Like, Mark 7
Let me
British tank.
see. That would be the Predator Destructor, I think.
No, not the Predator Destructor. It's a Great
No?
Crusade vehicle.
Ah,
Yeah, it's one of those ones where I'm like, oh, I see exactly where you've got your inspiration from. I do love that aesthetic though. Like, I love the Lehman Russ aesthetic of like a Mark IV tank with like a turret on the top. And I like the idea that by some weird leap of logic, like sponsoons have come back around to being popular. Like, everyone else is like, oh, you don't need sponsoons. You don't even need, like, a hull machine gun in modern tanks. But the Imperium is just like, all of the guns, every direction, pointing forward, sideways, to the roof. It makes me laugh. So, favorite 40k vehicle? Somebody.
the Doomhammer,
Ah!
the super heavy tank, and I know exactly where they took that inspiration. I forgot the name, but it's German. It has a big fucking gun on it. It was used for like destroying entire fucking blocks of cities.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Storm Panzer. Storm Tiger.
Storm Tiger, yes.
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, I remember that. I also remember the rules like the Doomhammer, like it has like a tremor cannon, and any unit hit by it counts as moving through dangerous terrain the next turn, I think. I'm pretty sure like that's how its gun used to work. I do love all the variations of the Baneblade. I think for the Shadow Sword variant, the Bane Sword is my favourite with the Quake Cannon. And for the Baneblade itself, I'm torn between the actual original Baneblade and the Hellhammer. Like, I like the aesthetic of the Baneblade more, but I think the Hellhammer cannon and like the flamers and stuff is cooler. So it's kind of...
Hellhammer.
It's like the city fighting version of the Baneblade.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're just gonna go to the opposite direction and piss everyone off and say Tau battle suits. Those are technically vehicles, when not rules wise, but well, you operate them.
Yeah, that's a weird grey area if they're a vehicle or not. I know in very old editions they were counted as vehicles, but now I think they count as just a unit or like a walker. It's kind of interesting what they classify. Yeah, the Bane.
Lore wise, or the fact that like, well, what's the question about like lore wise or?
No, in general. Bane,
So okay, so I guess that's a appropriate answer still.
Bane blade. Yeah, Bane sword's got the Quake gun. Bane hammer, Hell hammer. Yeah, it has the Hell hammer cannon. Has one more strength of AP, one more point of strength, half the range, but it ignores all cover.
Do you know about the Cyclops?
I've heard the name.
Yes. Do you know what the German Goliath tracked mine is?
Yes, I know that. Yep.
That's exactly what the Cyclops is. Yeah, look, the Cyclops remote demolition vehicle is a small, unarmed, remote-controlled tank used by the Imperial Guard that can be guided to its target and then self-destruct. Yep, German Goliath tracked mine.
Nice. Oh, and they
Yep.
also have their own Goliath as well, the Goliath heavy cannon. Wow. Okay, I need to post an image of that because that is the most retarded looking artillery gun I've ever seen. I think it's probably because they haven't updated the... I'll put it in memes. They haven't updated the model in a while.
What the hell is that?
Apparently, it's the the Goliath Mega Cannon.
Do you know what this is?
Nurgle bullshit.
Ah, yes. Plague Reaper. I remember they when the Baneblade first came out.
No. The real question we're looking for: how long would you survive without a gas mask in there as a crewman?
Not very long, let's be honest.
Nope.
I remember they gave a scratch course guide on how to build one of those in the White Dwarf where that first featured. It was quite interesting, actually. Yeah, because they were giving the Baneblade kit to, all the modelers of the White Dwarf magazine and seeing what they could do with it. Most of them were just painting it up or, as something Imperial. And then one of the guys went, nah, fuck that, I'm turning it into like a chaos vehicle. So they created that. Which actually got its own official rule sheet as well, which is pretty cool. Oh yes,
Do you know what the Wyvern is?
Yes.
Yes, that's this thing. And they took their inspiration, I think. Oh, one moment.
Flag Panzer?
No, not even close.
Hydra
I
Flak
forgot.
Tank. Medusa Siege Tank. Wyvern Suppression Tank.
So basically, it's a AA unit.
Yeah, it's the latest addition to the Imperial Guard. No, not quite. Those aren't AA weapons. Those are mortars.
Yes. And they took the inspiration, I think, from the German Whirlwind. They do look kind of similar, don't you think?
Yeah, they do.
Hmm.
It's just sort of amusing that sort of like the weapons sort of copying and things.
I'm googling Whirlwind and I get a fucking fire extinguisher.
I like when you're googling for something and you have to put in 40k specifically because it's so many other versions of the thing. Yes, the Whirlwind.
Hmm.
Yes,
Eldari tanks look really fucking weird and weak.
Yeah, I will admit they do, rather. Like, they're not the most...
For example, the Falcon.
Yes.
I can destroy this with a fucking World War II Panzerfaust. It will completely destroy it.
I imagine in some, like, backwaters, that's like in some Imperial Guard regiments with missile launchers, that's basically what you're using. Like, this design has not changed in, like, 30,000 years. Yeah, the Falcon is not the worst of the Eldar tanks. Like, I think my least favorite of the Eldar tanks is the new Fire Prism. I don't like it. I like the old squat Fire Prism tank. Like the...
I would be extremely honored to be a crew member in a Mastodon.
Ah.
Look at the fucking size of this thing for the comparison of a fucking Space Marine. Yeah, the Space
Terminator
Force
armor.
Legion. Yep. That's a big boy.
Ah, yes. I remember someone offered me a recast one of those, and I was like, yeah, I don't have the money at the moment. My brother wants one of those for his Sons of Horus.
Wait, at this point, shouldn't some of these tanks literally be having some kind of void generator on them? Because of
Yeah, a lot of them do, actually, have void, like single void shields, or...
I'm pretty sure that they're common on, Bane Blades.
I don't think Bane Blades have void shield generators.
Do you know what a Siegfried is?
Again, heard the name. Let's wait for the...
This cute little thing.
Oh, it's adorable.
It's a utility vehicle.
With a tiny turret gun on it. Well, tiny as in tanks, but
Yes, the Bane Blade. Yeah, the Bane Blade, the Space Marines version, the Fell Blade. Let's have a look. Bane Blade, blah blah blah. 2 less cannons, the size of a city block. Right, I've got a cutaway schematic plan of it. No, doesn't have void shields.
huh.
Yeah, no.
So I assume it just survives plasma and heavy laser fire due to sheer thickness.
Yes.
Do you know what the Stormhammer is?
I do know the Stormhammer.
Yeah, the Stormhammer. I think I know where they took the inspiration. The armor is took from a Tiger 2, and the turrets are from a looks like a T-80 Soviet tank.
Yes. Yes, I know that. And as I said, the Fell Blade is taken from the T-55. I wonder how many purely original tanks they've designed.
There is none.
I guess there are the hover tanks they've designed for Primaris, but they look ugly. I hate them aesthetically. They're just like, Like, you had an aesthetic of the World War I, World War II tanks, but sci-fi. And now you're making, like, retarded hover tanks that are, like, big square boxes. It's not aesthetically pretty.
Well, that seems to be the Space Marine's favorite shape for vehicles.
Yes, the box.
I would like to change my mind. This is where they took the German Warwind inspiration.
Hydra flag tank?
No. Yes, the Hydra flag tank.
Yep.
Actually, I think I know. Maybe this was the inspiration.
Alright, I'll get you guys to judge the difference. So this is the current Fire Prism Eldar tank. And this is the old Fire Prism Eldar tank. Which one do you think looks better? I like the old one. Well, out of the two.
It looks like the first one looks like a giant mosquito with that laser cannon.
Mm-hmm.
The
You know,
second one, I don't even know what that is. Like what?
Well,
a better whatever laser turret design.
well, out of the two, what one do you prefer?
Neither.
The green one.
Okay, 2 votes for the old one. I am vindicated for another 5 minutes. Cool.
And no, I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't think tanks are that interesting.
Tanks are very interesting. Just as interesting as ships and planes.
I like
suppose with
concepts
this
for aircraft.
Eh?
I was always more interested in the foot combat stuff.
I used to be like that, but then I actually started reading about naval history and aircraft history, and I'm like, wow, this shit's actually fascinating.
Yes, it is. And when I first took how a plane, no, a Spitfire engine works, I was fascinated. Wow, it really works like that.
Exactly.
Okay, well, my counter power armor.
That's not a vehicle.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's why I'm not interested in vehicles because I prefer every other type of combat.
We will avoid spaceships and Titan since that's its own subject and just do tanks and aircraft. But have you ever heard of the 40K tunneling vehicles, like the armored drills and stuff they have?
They have that?
Yeah, they literally have, like, you can actually have mining drills and mining weapons.
I'm pretty sure the Death Corps Krieg literally have thousands of, units like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
What the hell is that?
it's the mining tunneling equipment. It's called the Termite. The Termite Siege Drill.
It has a good name. I'll give it to it.
And this is called the Mole.
I see how it works.
Also, people who know Thunderbirds or watch Thunderbirds as a kid, yes, you are correct, audience. They did steal the name and the design exactly from the show.
Huh.
Anyway, my favorite aircraft is the Stormbird.
Ooh, interesting choice. The old Stormbird or the new Stormbird?
The old Stormbird.
Ah, good taste. I do like that one. I do like the Stormbird over the Thunderhawk. Storm Eagle's not too bad as well. In terms of fighters, my favorite is the Xiphon Interceptor. I really like the Xiphon.
Xiphon Interceptor.
Yes,
Let's
I will
see.
pull up a picture. Oh, right. It's technically classified as an interceptor fighter. It is a Great Crusade era Astartes and Mechanicus aircraft. Man, my internet's really slow today. I need to reset the router. Come on. There we go. Add to photos. This thing. I even have a model of one myself for my Blood Angels army.
Looks fascinating.
Do a barrel roll.
It's very cool. It's
that
capable
exploded
of...
my ears.
I had to.
It's twin pairs of twin link lance cannons, Xiphon rotary missile launcher. It is incredibly hard. It's incredibly finicky to pilot, but incredibly well maneuverable. Regular human pilots have trouble controlling it. That's why it's usually used by space marines and heavily augmented mechanicum. Because it's... I kind of like... You know how the things like the Sopwith Camel in the First World War was like notoriously finicky to fly? You had to be an expert pilot to use it. It's kind of like that. But in terms of the rules, it's brilliant. In terms of the rules, it's actually one of the strongest aircraft in the game.
When I was saying the crap, I was thinking... that kind of reminds me of the bit of Star Wars lore where, well, you know why Force sensitive make good pilots. Wouldn't Shouldn't that rule also apply in 40K with Psychers?
I don't actually know. I've never really thought about Psychers flying aircraft.
Well, just think of the divination variety.
Hmm.
Did you know what a Thunderbolt is? I believe you all do.
Yes, Thunderbolt.
The glorious Thunderbolt. I think their explanation was the German Focke-Wulf 190.
Interesting.
But a little bit modernized, I think.
It's an interesting
Wait, you know what? We need comedy now. Orc vehicles.
Yes, orc vehicles. We can't really talk about specific patterns of design, can we? It's not like we can.
By the glorious words of Todd Howard, it just works.
Yeah. So this is a fighter. This is an orc fighter. There's like no standard pattern or variation. It's a plane with wings and guns. If you figure out how it works, please tell us. We don't know.
50% magic.
Yes.
Basically, most of the orc vehicles,
Technology.
light combat vehicles, shut up, are taken from Mad Max, I think.
Yes. Also, what about, well, we'll have a look at some interesting... Yeah, that's the problem with orc designs. There's no... Like, you can't laugh at a retarded thing like the baby carrier or a stupid-looking, like, tank or something, because that's how the orcs intend to make things. It's like, oh, guys, come on, please.
Okay, you know what? Controversial thing. I actually like the design of the Dread Knight.
It's stupid. The pilot's exposed. See, I've
This
seen
is
some
an
amazing...
This is no kill burst. This reminds
Yes, he's so exposed in the Terminator armor.
An enclosed cockpit. I've seen conversions of the Dread Knight with like enclosed cockpit, and it looks better. And I'm sorry, it's still stupid. It's why would, even if you're in Terminator armor, why would you have your pilot exposed when you don't have to? You're just putting them to undue risk and risking the stability and, you know, combat effectiveness of your war machine. It's like, you don't need to. Just build them like a little cockpit.
Anyway, this is a orc kill buster. This reminds me of the German World War II half-track.
So they basically just decided to surround a cannon with armor and something akin to tank treads.
Yes.
I always like the orc war track. It's just such a advanced design.
Advanced design. Yes.
I like how there's so many.
Speaks the words of wisdom.
Oh.
What the hell is that?
It is an orc fast attack vehicle, apparently.
The gunner is so exposed.
Well, that just means he can swivel the turret easier.
Would you like to see this? That is an orc war track with a with a tractor beam gun.
This reminds me of
So basically, it's the Scorpion. Oh, so it's the Scorpion truck. Get over here!
Yes, basically.
This reminds me of North Korean war parades when they put out all the nuclear weapons in a fucking large truck.
The Soviets used to do that too. I don't know if the Americans ever did those like parades of like nuclear weapons. Maybe it was just like an Eastern European thing to like show off like, and it kind of makes sense. Like you have this cool military stuff, you may as well like show it off in a parade or something instead of leaving it in like a.
I think we're obsessed with movies. We've been showing them off in every conceivable fashion, other than putting nuclear weapons in parades.
Aww. Poor parades. Also, just going back to a different faction's vehicles, Chaos Defiler. I've never quite liked it. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, it's not the worst looking vehicle, and there's certainly like sillier ones, but it's like
This reminds me of a certain spider hentai.
oh dear.
Ah, yes, we couldn't escape that even when Dempsey's not even on yet.
Hey, it's not my fault. He fucking bred me with his wisdom.
Dun 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 dun. The corruption
Dun.
spreads.
Wait,
Ooh.
is this a vehicle if it's
I don't
possessed by a
think so.
demon?
It counts
No,
as a
I'm saying-
vehicle, and it has a pilot, even if the pilot's a demon.
Well, is it a vehicle or is it armor when you're talking about demons?
Well, it's a philosophical question there.
I have an answer.
Yes.
Doesn't that mean if they possess people, isn't that... If they possess a person, isn't that person just a vehicle for them as well?
Oh yes, but actually no.
a flesh vehicle.
No, we haven't talked about the Tyranids yet.
Oh no.
That's the Great Crusade Sakaran battle tank with twin-link plasma cannons.
Mmm. Gimme.
There's also one with Punisher Gatling guns, twin-link auto cannons. There's a tank destroyer version, which I have a model of, and a rocket launcher version for aerial or bombardment.
Yes, let's keep using missiles, even though we have so many versions of lasers.
Well, the tank destroyer version has a experimental neutron cannon.
Doesn't this remind you of those clone troops transports when you see in the Clone Wars? This is a Vendetta heavy gunship.
Actually, yes, you're right. It does, like, Imperial gunships do kind of remind me of those gunships. Yeah, if you twit, yeah, no, even the wings turn down in the right direction.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just remove the tail, like the twin tail off it, and yeah, you're pretty much sold. I wonder who copied who.
That's a thinking emoji.
Yeah, that's a thinking emoji question right there. But yes, the Sakaran battle tank. See, the Heresy line has a lot of really cool tank designs. And it's kind of like, can you use these in 40k? No. Was the technology lost at some point? Yes. Okay.
Yes. Well, I am a heretic, so does Chaos have any troops transports?
They do have a few, I'm fairly certain.
They have the ultimate troop transport, the warp.
Ah, yes. They've got... let's go and have a look at Forces of the Traitor Legions of Chaos. Let's have a look at the Fire Raptor gunship. That has some good firepower.
Spoiler, most of them are basically just Imperial vehicles.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that it looks exactly like the Stormbird, but more evil. Actually,
Yes.
it's exactly like the Stormbird, but more evil.
That's called the Fire
Oh,
Blade.
a little spikier.
It was used by loyalists as well as the traders. So they realized the Stormbird had a decent amount of firepower, but why don't we add more firepower to it? So they took out the troop transport capacity, gave it forward-mounting Avenger bolt cannons, gave it a crap load of missile launchers, gave it 3 twin-linked heavy bolter turrets, and gave it bombs. And now it's a aerial support gunship vehicle. And on the tabletop, apparently it's actually considered unfair because it has bullshit levels of firepower.
Can it carry troops?
No, they took out the troop carrying capacity to give it lots and lots of guns.
Shit.
So you sacrifice bringing people to it,
Storage.
but you basically bring more bullets.
Yes.
The orcs are strangely mixed about the feeling. I mean, on the one hand, it's more DACA, but on the other hand, you're not getting people in the thick of it.
True.
You know what? Looks like he can carry troops.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, when you think of troops, you think of people. Well, you know what? Maybe they thought, you know what? No, we're not going to deal with the spiky armor bull. It's just a gunship now.
Ooh.
We don't want the last time we tried to transport the Chaos Space Marines, they kept getting caught in the door because of the spikes they wear.
So on the left is the Spartan Super Heavy Transport Vehicle. It can carry 30 Space Marines or 15 Terminators. On the right is the original Mark I Land Raider.
The Land Raider looks useless. Almost.
Especially considering its big brother's sitting next to it. Why do you need the little brother when big brother's right there?
Resource management?
Possible. Although this is Great Crusade, so it's like, yeah, we've got endless resource.
Oh wait, maybe they were thinking of increasing the size because the Terminators were becoming a thing. I don't know. I mean, that's a somewhat logical thing.
I found a Nurgle transport vehicle. It's called the Blight Tower. Have a picture.
Wait, that medieval siege engine looking thing?
What
Have
the
a
fuck is that?
picture.
It's a mechanized medieval
Siege Tower.
engine.
How the fuck?
One, it's made of Nurgle stuff. Two, it's chaos, and three, it's Warhammer. What were you gonna expect?
Also, Nurgle have some cute little vehicles. Look at this little thing.
Oh, you mean the drones?
Look at that. It's cute.
Looks like a little bug.
Like a little friendly bug. Until it gets stomped on by a...
Is this a tank?
It's counted as a support vehicle, so I don't actually know. I think that's a grey area. Ooh, now that's cool. This is the
Wait,
Nurgle...
does that mean... Wait. Does that mean Nurgle vehicles operate kind of like Orc vehicles because it has like Nurglings taking the place of what Snotlings would be doing?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
that is a Nurgle-specific version of the Defiler.
So it's like... Oh, so it's just going full demon.
It's called the Plague Hulk.
Well, hey, what? Huh? I thought. Oh man, that should be the new boss in a Doom game. A mini boss, of course, but a boss nonetheless. Seriously, that looks like a Mancubus, just with Arachnotron legs. Now everyone cannot unsee that.
Here we go.
I'd like to point out that Games Workshop didn't steal just for the Ulster Marathon. They stole designs from other stuff and then implemented into the tower. This looks like the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch.
This is a Tau Tiger Shark.
Oh, yes, it is the twin-link railguns, and it's a very good anti-tank vehicle.
It's a fighter bomber.
Oh, it's a fighter bomber. Huh.
Yes. Tell me that doesn't look like the Millennium Falcon.
Would you like to see some Chaos drop pods? These are specifically Chaos built and designed drop pods.
Do you have any Nurgle drop pods?
No.
You know what? Let's face it, it would just look like a big pile of crap. Literally.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Or a giant drop pod consisted of potatoes, vegetables, and parsley.
No.
Old second edition Nurgle vehicles are just the best to look at.
Like I said, these are literal medieval siege weapons. Because Nurgle's old school like that.
Yep.
Ooh, Korn has a vehicle called the Death Dealer. Let's see how this looks.
Is it big?
Waiting for the internet to load. Stupid internet.
Wait, isn't that basically a... Wait, I think I know what that is. It's
this.
essentially...
Wait.
No, wait, we've seen updated models that look like that. Basically, think of a giant space marine, but instead of legs, it has like tank treads.
Yeah, that thing's called the it has a specific name. It's like the Altar of Corn, the Skull of Corn.
Yeah. And it basically shoots
Lord of
blood at
Skulls.
people.
Yeah, Lord of Skulls is what that's called.
And it shoots and it sprays blood at people.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Really, really hot blood.
So it's basically a good police vehicle.
Just the mental, emotional scarring and scalding.
That is a Slanesh vehicle called the Subjugator.
Looks like a chaos
Moment of
titan.
silence. Moment of silence for every joke Dempsey would make. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Right. Yeah, the thing you're talking about is the Lord of Skulls. Which, yeah,
That's a Nash vehicle. Looks like a chaos titan.
it is, that thing I showed is like a Slaanesh Knight.
Ah.
Now, this is the modern day Lord of Skulls. So that's the thing we were talking about that shoots blood.
See, it basically looks like a giant space marine with a
And
tank
this is
tread
the
for
original
legs.
version.
Ew.
I don't know, it's actually kind of adorable.
You know that police vehicle, that police would shoot out water?
Yeah, like riot
This would be a
control vehicle.
good. This is a good riot control vehicle.
Yes, except it would probably even cause corn worshippers even being more crazy because blood everywhere.
Well, you have to tailor your market for it. You have to tailor your market so you use it on like someone that like on Zinch or something. Oh yeah, the brass scorpion. That's actually a pretty cool design. I think the original design, which I'm not going to be bothered to go look for, was a little bit more angular and goofy, but modern design for that is pretty good.
That looks oh, it's a giant scorpion. Nice.
Correct. The brass scorpion of Corn.
Well,
Is
I'm
this a
thinking
vehicle?
more rock lobster.
Yeah.
Rock
That's
lobster?
That's a good red lobster, damn. Is this a vehicle?
Technically, kind of, but I mean, it's most likely, demon possessed.
Yeah, it's a demon-possessed vehicle. It's interesting,
Well, hey, that's one way to get rid of malevolent AI. Just put a malevolent, other kind of artificial intelligence.
I don't know if you could classify a demon as intelligent. I mean...
Okay, artificial emotion?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Oh my god, it's literally the big MT's room.
Oh, you Thunderhawks.
Just imagine the toaster in that.
A toaster.
No, the toaster
Oh.
from Old World Blues.
Oh, you had to make me think for a minute. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Where is the there's there's two aircraft that
Isn't one that looks
renowned.
like a bird or some kind of giant winged dragon thing?
No, that's the not Helltalon, Helldrake. That's alright. It is literally just a dragon, like a Chaos Dragon. No, there's two Space Marine vehicles which are notorious for being the most unaerodynamic, ugly-looking pieces of shit you could ever find. And I'm trying.
Other than the brick that Space Marines sometimes pilot.
Yeah, one of them is the brick, but there's one that's worse that the Space Wolves have. But I'm trying to get to it, but the fucking internet is so slow. And I'm the only one in the house, so there's and I don't have any downloads going. I'm going to blame the universe for this one. But yeah, this is the Storm Talon, famously known as the Flying Brick.
The
It's
flying brick. Yep.
It has like
Absolutely.
no aerodynamic capabilities.
Doesn't look like it yet.
And you can't even say that's a space vehicle because you can see the, air-based engines on it. Like, you
Oh,
can't even put that excuse there.
Is this a VTOL transport or something?
yes.
Oh. Do
Oh my.
loyalists and traders use it?
Just a loyalist vehicle.
Hmm.
Okay. Wow, my fucking internet is just gone to a fucking crash. It won't even load up fucking Lexicanum. Fuck you, internet service provider.
Tanks for the memories.
Me loading up Lexicon in 0.2 seconds.
Oh, what the fuck is this shit? Okay. And I could look it up on the computer, but that would mean I'd have to... fuck it. Let's see if my computer will actually look this up fucking faster. Than the rest of this shit. Because I want to show you, because it's great. Come on. Okay, no, my PC's doing it too. Wow. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. Look up the Stormfang, somebody, and put a picture of it in the pictures channel.
On it.
Thank you. Once this is done, I'm going to go yell at my internet service provider.
Why does it take you so long to... There you go.
Yes, this... And I will put a... Yeah, that thing. It is literally a flying fucking cube. Like a rectangle.
So, well, now we know what a weaponized cinder block looks like.
Yeah. The Space Wolf's
I
got a
think I
brick.
found a slightly better looking version of it.
Oh, yes?
I mean, slightly.
Mm-hmm.
No, it probably is the angle. A bit of modeling.
Alright, well... Put it... Yep. Yeah, that's the angle. It's the same model.
True, I mean, this angle makes it look nicer.
Oh, yeah, that's the gunship version. Where it exchanges, like, 4 troop carrying capacity for that twin-link turret on the roof. Yeah, that is so stupid, that vehicle. It's like, really? Oh, dear. It is really, 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 really stupid. See? Yes. As I said, and it's interesting, like, the Space Wolves designed it. I'm assuming they designed it while drunk. Like most of the things designed by the Space Wolves.
Maybe they were really trying to find an excuse just for melee combat.
Well, they already have boarding torpedoes and stuff for boarding actions. for melee combat. I don't know, it just seems very stupid as terms of a vehicle design.
Well,
other
hey,
vehicles?
it could be worse. It could have a cockpit that's specially designed for a Thunderwolf pilot.
Although we haven't really talked about Necron vehicles. What is
Just don't.
Apparently, he's literally. Are you literally allergic to it?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yes.
okay? Yeah, I don't particularly
Oh
think
wait,
anything
you know what?
amazing
I just
about
found the
Necron
greatest
vehicles.
image. Wait, back to the Space Wolves. I just found the greatest image of them all.
Sure.
Maybe I think that explains everything now.
Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Oh!
Wait, isn't
My internet
wait?
decided
Aren't
to
like
load
the
again.
Devastators or Destroyers literally Necron nobility that turn themselves into tanks, basically?
Yes. They're... Yeah, because the bottom half of them is a skimmer vehicle, and the top half of them is like a Necron with a Gauss cannon.
One
Gauss
hell of a
cannon?
cannon,
Gauss
but
cannon?
yeah.
Well, you get two flavors.
So
you get the light
basically,
and the
they're
heavy version.
tanked 24/7. Not even the Space Wolves can achieve that level of just being so tanked.
I don't know. Depends on how drunk a Space Wolf is. They could be pretty tanked. And if it's a
Yes, but
Dreadnought,
can they
then...
be that 24/7? They even need to sleep though. This guy is so dedicated to being tanked that it can do it when it's not even awake, or the closest thing to awake a machine zombie can be. 40k everyone, where we can literally say zombie robot with no irony.
Correct. Annihilation. Yeah. I think the only Necron vehicle I like is the Monolith. Like, the Annihilation Barge, the Doomsday Arc, and all of them are not incredibly impressive to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're a little exposed. I mean,
Yeah.
given the fact that, permanent damage is
Ow, my
pretty
ears.
hard.
Also, maybe
Sorry.
I'm just an old school person, but I like the old Monolith over the new Monolith. The new Monolith looks over-designed. So
Reject.
that's the new
Speaking of-
Monolith.
Reject tradition, embrace modernity.
Never!
Well, I mean, when you think of it, the Necrons probably have the best idea of troop transport.
What, stealing
they
the...
could be- I mean, just think of it. They'll be ready to get out of that.
Oh, no, if you're thinking about Necron troop transport, then you need to talk to the droids from episode 1. You know how the droids are like packed up in that little thing?
Oh no.
Yeah, the Necrons have one of those, exactly the same. What's it called?
Or, if they're just not using teleporters.
Roger, Roger.
Oh. Stupid
Roger, what's your vector, Vector?
Yeah. Very good. There you go, thank you. I was just about to post that. Nah.
But just think... Okay, one more bit of Necron
Conspiracy
insanity.
theories.
Okay, let's go for a palate cleanser. Robot spider thing.
Oh, more hentai. Nice, thanks.
I did just watch...
If hentai's the thing that comes to mind when you see that, there is something even more wrong than you than we can ever pin on Dempsey.
Could I perhaps interest you in one of these, if you're interested in spider hentai.
These nuts? No,
Uh,
thanks. Thanks, I'm good. If you have any cat codes or mouse codes, just DM me.
Who have a vehicle?
Oh, wait, okay. I know we're supposed to be talking about vehicles, but this weapon is just too good to pass up.
Mmm. Beautiful.
Alright, let's have a look.
Oh, and of course, we should probably talk about their freaking airship since we're on neck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it's kind
yeah.
of weird. Sort of there.
That's from Badfleet Gothic Armor too, yep.
Yep.
Of course, the things that just look like a moon. They're gonna
Yes.
moon you. These bastards are mooning us.
Boo.
What, are you gonna jam me and give me the raspberry?
No, I boo when there's a bad pun. Usually
You're just
I'm the
jelly
one
because you
committing
didn't think of it.
them. I'm jealous
Oh,
of many
speaking
things
of,
in my life, but not that.
But, but when your soldiers are tanks. Makes you think.
He is incredibly fat. He looks fat. He looks like a fat robot.
Pickums.
You want to say that to his face?
Yes.
Or 1,000 meters from him?
I will say that to his face. Because even though he'll kill me, he will be stung with that burn for the rest of his eternal existence. And he will know that he is a fat slob. And I win. Also, thinking of where designs came from. Where do you reckon the Chimera came from?
1 moment.
Because
Greek
it's kind of
mythology,
like...
but I'm not sure.
No, I'm talking... Ha ha
I know,
ha. It's kind of like a BMP, but crossed with a Bradley. But it's still got like a bit of a World War One aesthetic. So it's kind of like... Where did the... Like, what's the inspiration for the Chimera?
Let me see 1 moment.
Mechanicist's obsession with bricks.
Well, yeah, but thinking more in terms of modern day, where did GW steal the design from?
Mark 4 armor with a... Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
Now, you know what? I just found a cursed image.
It's not really cursed.
Oh,
No, just imagine that as an actual vehicle. That's why I say it's cursed.
That is the brilliant design capabilities of the Mechanicum in action. It's a Mechanicum vehicle.
Artillery?
So, can
No,
that
it's
thing
a
at
tank
least
destroyer.
even, lift
I
it,
think
like
so.
move it up or down, or is that just
No idea.
'cause that
it's
means it just
a-
shoots forward.
Ancient and an arcane tank, apparently, with a lightning cannon. I don't
Pikachu,
quite
use
know.
Thundershock.
Pika Pika.
Pika, Pika.
For the machine.
For chaos.
For the Emperor. Ave Imperator.
Death to the full center. Equality to the chaos galaxies.
This Mechanicus tank looks a little nicer.
That's a tank?
No, this is.
Looks like a giant
wait a minute.
train.
Yes.
Kinda looks like starships.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you're right. Looks like the Mechanicus battleship, doesn't it?
It's like,
Okay.
you know what? New Imperial design. Imperial starships, but with massive tank treads on them, so they can, land on planets and keep moving.
Interesting. During the Great Crusade, there was a predecessor to the Chimera tank called the Testudo.
Ah, yes, I heard of that.
This thing.
Yep. Russian BTR.
It's kind of adorable.
It is kind of adorable in a way, isn't it? Funny little thing. I suppose.
It's like it has six. It looks like it has 6 little feet with its wheels.
Yeah, I suppose.
Ah,
You joined in
And
the
this-
last 5 minutes.
God damn
And
it!
And you missed all the
Australian
talk about
Dempsey.
Slanesh and Chaos vehicles too.
Motherfucker! I wanted to talk about the Exorcist tank! Ah,
Oh, the Sisters Exorcist. We haven't talked about
Yes!
the Sisters.
yes,
gorgeous.
the freaking pipe organ.
Yes! It's so beautiful! Launching
It's-
rockets out of pipe organs while playing holy music.
The original-
So good.
The original Exorcist was just like a knockoff Whirlwind. I do appreciate
I
the...
know, but it's so good.
No, I'm just saying, I really appreciate the pipe organ design. I have one for my sister's army, and it was actually a
Can
bit
you-
of fun to paint.
Can you all stop fucking bleeding my ears open?
Turn down their volume. That's what I do.
No
I had
shit,
to make a
Sherlock.
big entrance. I am a noise marine after all.
Although Dempsey has appeared.
Yeah. Use Max Repel. Max Repel failed.
Please don't use max combat stim. It's very, very, very.
Oh, we will use
no.
Axe
Don't you dare bring
combat.
out the
We will
mega.
use Axe body spray. The most
No!
revolting thing ever. Not even Slanesh wants to go near that.
This is how I scare away all the sisters.
Yes, that is correct.
My southern genes.
Oh,
Ah, yes, and they have the cherubs with serval
not the
skull
cyber
heads.
cherub. Speaking of which, are those actually well, are they actual lobotomized babies or are they vat grown babies?
vat-grown children.
Most
Vat-grown
likely
babies.
that, but it's still freaky as hell. I have to agree with text-to-speech Magnus on that one.
The
Disgusting.
the new Sisters tank. It's like the Predator tank, but a bit more angled.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's,
more angle
It's,
and more
it's compact.
Looks like the Sherman, actually.
It's got more flash to it. Look at it.
It looks like
Wait,
the Sherman.
if it turns wrong, is it gonna hit the pyres?
Yeah, it looks like it. No, actually.
Oh shit! Y'all even talked about those tomb things that the fucking Necrons have. Disgusting.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to talk about the Devastators themselves because they're basically tank units when you think of it.
this is going to be an annoyance to edit because I'm going to have to edit all these pictures in.
Well, you
Yep.
can just pull up the Discord.
Well,
and
you
scroll
wanted
it down.
vehicles.
Yes, I
Chainsaw tank.
sometimes don't know what I want.
I mean, if you've
We-
got a
we
picture
do-
of a
we need
pizza
to-
in there.
Shut up, I'm speaking. We need to think about the next idea.
Yes, only got a couple minutes left.
Chaos planets. No,
Didn't we all talk
No, we
about
did that. We talked
Yeah.
about that, remember?
Oh, I know. I have the perfect idea. Everyone
Or
will
Space
like.
Marine chapters?
No, this is the battle.
We already did Sisters of Battles, didn't we?
No,
No, we didn't.
no.
It was in
Sisters of Silence and a Dead
Custodes.
So we haven't
Alright.
did Sisters of Battle themselves yet.
can talk about the tra-
three levels of crazy was their inception.
I can't wait to put on my top hat.
You're ah.
You don't remember the giant top hat? It looks like a P word.
Ah.
I see. You're going to bring culture to the Sisters of
Yes.
Battle talk.
Yes.
I'm going to be here talking about the models and how, you know, they had 19 years of no models and the sad history of getting them uncancelled. And you're going to be just posting endless, like, Sisters hentai in the background that I'm going to have to be silently
I will
deleting.
make sure everything is deleted. Don't mind me. I'm
No,
gonna.
don't do this to
Even
me.
including if people would cast fish.
No. Just, I must bring culture to these waifus.
Sisters of Battle next.
Yep, Sisters of Battle next.
Well, you get to talk about the Exorcist tank after all.
And the Immolator,
And the Emulator!
as well as the
The
delightful
Repentant
Repentia.
Engine!
Yes. No, it's not called the Repentia Engine. What is it called?
The
Penitent Engine. It's called the Penitent
yeah,
Engine.
that one. Okay, yes. Oh, that's such
Yes.
a terrible torture device.
Well,
It's
my
like everything
my
you-
sister's
it's
army
like-
has
it's
3 of them.
everything that plebeians complain about the Dread Knight, except
way worse.
1,000 times worse.
Although, to be
Dragon
fair,
Fall.
You know,
there's
they're
like...
actually exposed instead of being in Terminator armor.
And they do not die. They're filled with so much drugs that they see their own faces on their head. Wait, in the video so we can talk about this.
Okay, Right.
Bye.
farewell, everybody.
Bye.